What's up, everybody? It's me, E-Man from E-Man's Movie Reviews. Welcome back. We are here recapping Season 1, Episode 2 of From, and you can watch that on MGM Plus or for free on Amazon Prime Video. Whew, okay, that first episode, if you've made it to this point, clearly you are hooked and you are ready for more. We saw all the craziness that happened. In case you missed it, I don't even know why you on this video. You should be going back to my first video, my first breakdown. So make sure you go check that out, catch up. But now we are about to go over episode 2. So let's get into it. Ethan's seizure has stopped. There's a knock at the RV door. Jim tries to open it, but the sheriff stops him immediately. The other town people are still running back to get inside until one of them trips and bumps their head. They arrive at the colony house and they see some of the monster people coming around the corner. The people in the house don't want to let the others inside. The creepers, they start to talk to Julie and the deputy immediately shoots them. Donna allows the people to come inside and tells them to get on their knees according to protocol. Julie and her mom are now getting tied up. Oh my God. Talk about a close call. To have the monsters get that close to Julie like that? Ooh, no. And look at that. She doesn't know what they do, right? We saw in the first episode what happened, but she doesn't know. That was crazy. And then to have Kenny go and shoot them and nothing happens? Nothing? That right there is exactly what raises the fear factor level when it comes to whatever these creatures are. I don't know if they ghosts. I don't know if they monsters. Whatever they are, the fact that you can't even shoot them, you can't harm them, you can't deter them at all, that's creepy. And on top of that, they was just sitting there walking. They could have at any time just grabbed them or turned into monsters or whatever they did. They could have done any of that. But they was just like, nah, hello there. Don't you remember me? That's all. Ooh, no. But that is exactly what makes this show so great, at least so far. The fact that these creatures, I think, are way scarier than we think. Donna brings Tabitha in a room to tell her about the craziness of this town. Meanwhile, in the kitchen downstairs, Julie is still tied up. Victor comes down to get some peaches, and his weird self makes Julie very uncomfortable. Luckily, Fatima comes in and shoos Victor away. She brings Julie upstairs to show her some of Ellis's artwork. She says that the things out there will try to trick people and get inside your head. Now, let me just say, this is one of the reasons why I absolutely love Donna's character. She is a straight shooter, straight talker. She gonna tell you exactly what it is. She's like, look, there's monsters out there. They eating folks. They killing people. Is that crazy to you? Guess what? It's crazy to me too. And, look, this is just where we are. Oh, and as for Victor, listen, I don't know if he's on the spectrum, but he is weird as ever. I don't need Victor to be around no type of kids, okay? Talking about you want some peaches. Bruh, take your butt to your room. Sheriff Boyd explains that they don't know what those creepers are outside and that the talisman apparently protects anyone that's inside a house or an enclosed space. Those creepers are still trying to get inside and start climbing on top of the RV. Christy and Jim manage to pull out the object in Ethan's leg. We learn later that Christy was a third-year medical student and Jim was an engineer who built theme parks. Ethan wakes up and says that he saw all types of drawings on the wall, including the Lake of Tears. Man, look, I don't know about Boyd, but I'm like, at this point, where y'all are at in this RV with them creepers outside, you and Jim just need to have a conversation. Like, y'all just straight up, monsters are outside. They eat and kill people. We don't know why. We don't know how. I guarantee you it is a fact. I know it sounds crazy. Sit your tail down. Don't touch the talisman. Don't ask no more questions. That's it. Now, as for Ethan in this situation, I'm going to talk about him a little bit later in this video. So for those of you that have already watched all of season 1, if you've already binged everything, let's try not to spoil nothing, but I do want you to stay tuned to the end because I'm going to point some stuff out that maybe you might have missed, especially when it comes to Ethan. I know I missed it when I first watched this. So, I think it'll be very interesting when we talk about it just a little bit later on. Back in town, Sarah is talking to herself saying she can't do anymore. After deliberating with whatever voices are in her head, she finally decides to cut up Toby's body, starting with his tongue. Now, I know I've asked this before, but what the hell is wrong with Sarah? Like, clearly something is wrong. I mean, listen, I don't get it. She's over here talking and arguing with voices in her head. Clearly something is not right. She got a screw loose or whatever. Now, for those of you that have already binged and you've already seen what happens in this season, stay tuned. I have a loose little theory about Sarah. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But for any of y'all that are new, for now, all you need to know, Sarah is nuts. That's all. Let's continue. Donna told Tabitha everything. She said that her and her sister were on a hunting trip until they saw the tree in the road and all the crows flying about. Her sister was killed in the streets by the monsters. Donna ran and hid during that time. That's just how people survived back then. She said the creepers would hunt people down just for fun. And she's been there for 3 years, 6 months, and 17 days. Man. Now, once again, I love Donna's character. I love the story she said. She told Tabitha about her sister. That definitely sounded terrifying. And kudos to the actress, Elizabeth Saunders, who plays Donna. She is doing a heck of a job with this character. But I will say, like, the way Donna kind of painted that picture of what life was like in the town where they had to hide and everything, that kind of, and I mean, I'm not saying I want to go see these people get tortured or nothing, but I wouldn't mind watching a little bit of a prequel of all the crazy stuff that happened before, you know, because it just sounds interesting, you know. But anyway, let's keep going. Kenny is struggling with his dad's declining health. Meanwhile, the nurse who is taking care of his father helps him go to bed. She goes to check on Toby, but then she sees that his body is completely mutilated and turns around and the door is wide open with the creeper standing right there. Oh my God. That was terrifying. Okay. To be in this large space where you think everything is cool, then you see a dead body, and then all of a sudden them creepers are right there at the door just looking at you smiling, and then they just walk in like it's nothing. Yo, all I know is at that point I would have busted through a window or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know what else to do, but I was just saying that scene right there was absolutely terrifying. Christy sees Jim touching the talisman, and the creeper busts right through the window to kill everyone. Thankfully, it was all a dream. It's now morning and they can safely exit the RV. Father Kotri drives Julie and Tabitha back to the RV to reunite with the family. Okay, look, let me tell you something. This show did not have to throw that jump scare in there. I'm just saying, y'all didn't have to do that because it got me. I did jump. I didn't like it. Y'all bogus for that one. I just wanted to make sure I made that known. That was a bogus little jump scare. Sarah is sitting with her brother and tells him the story of the girl in a room with broken glass shards. She says that she hears their voices and that they told her to make Toby's death seem like the monsters did it and to leave the door open for them. Kenny arrives at the medical area to find the talisman fallen and his father's body completely mutilated. All right, so Sarah is still nuts, right? But the story that she told about the girl in the glass shards, I think that, you know, it translates to the show in some way. It's some sort of parallel or whatnot. I'm guessing that the glass shards are maybe the people in the town. And, you know, every time she tries to put things together, that might be synonymous with her trying to like kill people. But at the same time, you know, she said putting those glass shards together, it's going to, you know, reminisce to maybe some sort of truth. You know, it's going to maybe put something together that will reveal, I don't know, some sort of revelation about where they are and what's going on. But she's also acting as though she has no choice, right? She's acting as though whatever these voices are telling her to do, you know, it's for some sort of greater good, or she just absolutely is compelled to do these things. You know, or else more bad things will happen, or more people will die in that process. But I am actually very curious. I mean, clearly these voices are tempting her with, I guess, the idea of being able to go back home. But I mean, what do you think about Sarah's situation so far? Are these voices, do you think these voices are trying to set her up? Why exactly would they want to have Toby die and then to have it look like the monsters did it? Like, what exactly is the end game of these voices? Are the voices the monsters? Are they working with the monsters? Are they separate? Do they have their own agenda? I don't know, but let me know if you have any ideas. I do have a loose theory somewhere else down at the end of this video, but y'all let me know what you think about what's going on with Sarah and these voices and all that. And again, let's try not to spoil it if you've already binged. Let's just talk about so far what you think. After finding out about the death of his dad, Kenny is heartbroken and angry. He goes out to cut some more wood to make some new chess pieces in memory of his now dead father. Damn, I really felt bad for Kenny here. I mean, look, it's hard enough dealing with a parent that has dementia. But then to pile on the fact that you're in a place where monsters are all about too. And then you see your father like killed like that. Oh, I feel so bad. But, I think that it was interesting for Kenny to point out that, have you ever noticed that these monsters only walk? They don't run. And all of that really just backs up what Donna also said in terms of how these monsters just apparently like to hunt people for fun. So, kind of keep that in the back of your mind that this is a thing with these monsters. But it might also speak to maybe their motivations later in the season. So let's keep that in mind. Ethan stares out the window and Julie tells him another story. She asks what he's looking at and he says nothing. Then we see that Ethan is a whole liar because he apparently is looking at a boy dressed in white, smiling right back at him. Listen, just when you think this show has enough going on, it throws another curveball at you, right? So now Ethan is able to see things that other people can't see. So now my question is is the boy in white one of these monsters? But then again, he's showing up in the daytime. So maybe he's not a monster, but other people can't see him. So is he a ghost? Is this a vision? I don't know. Is he working with the monsters? I don't know. But I would love to hear any ideas that you think. Please let them be known in the comments down below. All right. So, this was the end of the episode, but there were a couple clues that I do think we need to pay attention to. So like I said in my previous video, I'm always going to give you guys a couple overarching, clues that I think that we need to pay attention to for the rest of the season. So first clue, everyone apparently does see the fallen tree and the crows. Donna mentioned this. We saw this earlier in episode 1 with the Matthews family. So there's some sort of significance. There's something going on with the fallen tree and the crows. What it is, we don't really know yet. Again, if you got some ideas, let me know. Second clue, Ethan has never had seizures before. Now, is it a coincidence that Ethan started having these seizures right when the creeper monsters started showing up? I don't know, but I do think that is something somewhat significant to keep in mind. Why does he have a seizure? What is going on? What does this mean? Or maybe it means nothing at all. And last but not least, the final clue is there's something special, apparently, about having two cars coming in at the same time. What that is, we're not really sure yet. But I do have a feeling that the emphasis on two cars coming in, that's odd. That's unusual. I think that has some sort of significance. What it is, we're not really sure yet, but I'm sure hopefully we'll find out somewhere down the line. All right. Now, this is the point where I give you guys my rating for this episode. Loved it. Great tension. Kept up the same energy from the first episode. I got more questions. So I think that when it comes to the rating for episode 2, I've got to give it an 8. Yes, I'm gonna give it a straight 8 out of 10. I did enjoy it. I thought it was really, really solid with what it delivered. And I'm here for more, right? I'm still here for more. So y'all let me know what you rate this episode on a scale from 1 to 10. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. All right, so now's the point in time where if you have not watched past episode 2, this is the point where I'm going to spoil some stuff. I want to talk to the people that have already seen the whole season 1. If you have not finished season 1, get out of here. I'll talk to you guys later. Get out of here. I don't want to ruin this for you guys. You want to enjoy the ride. I want to talk to the people that have binged so far. Okay, that was your spoiler alert. Now, we need to talk. I want y'all to pay attention to Ethan. If you have not realized by now, Ethan is probably the key to dang near everything in this show. Now, when Ethan was sitting here talking about that he saw a room with all these pictures, it sounded like he was talking about Victor's room, which, by the way, has a lot of drawings. Now, I also want you to go back and pay attention to exactly what Ethan said when he woke up. He said that somebody was screaming when a spider came down from the ceiling. Now, again, if you've already seen the season finale, you already know spiders do play a part somewhere in this story. Now, where a spider's going to come down on the ceiling to somebody, I don't know, but it sounds like it's going to be something in the future, somewhere down in a later series, in a later season. So I'm not saying that Ethan has like prophetic abilities or anything, but I do believe that Ethan foreshadows a lot of stuff that is going to happen and probably has double meanings, throughout this whole show. Now, again, the first time you're watching this, ain't nobody paying attention to Ethan. Ain't nobody listening to this little kid talk about these little ramblings or whatever. But the second time you watch it, Ethan, a lot of things that Ethan be saying carries a lot more weight than you think. Now, as for Sarah, I don't know about what's going on with her per se. She's clearly hearing voices. The question is, are these voices like good? Are they bad? I don't know. I'm starting to wonder though, and this was just a random loose theory, I could be wrong. I was wondering why they wanted the tongue cut out. Why would you want to go for the mouth? Like, what exactly is it? And part of me is wondering, like, if you die here, do you become one of the voices? Like, is this a ghost type of thing? And maybe if you don't have your tongue, does that mean you can't communicate the way these other voices are communicating? I don't know. And again, why would you want to make it seem like the monsters did it? Like, that sounds like the voices might have a different agenda compared to the monsters. Because why would the monsters care if you knew it was them or not? I don't know. But anyway, those are my little spoilery, future type of thoughts. Again, y'all let me know what you think. And please stay tuned. I've got another breakdown coming up for season 1. And yes, I will continue to break down season 2 of From. So I will see you guys later.